how's it going, guys? So, we had another nice long stream today, like 8 hours with me, Junior, Crazy, Dan. Camera was on for quite a while. Dan was only here at the beginning and the end because, well, he's a little weird. But, got a lot of things done today. Most of my projects are about halfway because, well, I keep jumping from one project to another. One of the things I worked on was I made get this stupid skeleton out of here. Nighttime, so I gotta fight everything. Anyways, my tree farm wasn't running all of the time, which I still don't think it's quite running as often as it should be. It still looks like there are trees sitting here and there's lots of sand in there, so it's not running as fast as it should. It's not getting quite enough power. So I've disconnected this array. I'm going to connect it back up. But I'm going to connect it along with this over here. And that way it has both things that it can power. These are blue electric solar panels and a blue electric battery, which you can see the battery is empty. One reason why it's not being powered, because there's no power during the nighttime. This, if you can see it, let me put a torch out here, is a blue electric engine, which is powering it whenever it has power to do so. And these are blue electric cobblestone jacketed cables that are connecting that battery to this. Now there's also something called a thermopile. I think I'm going to try it out next. I had a whole bunch of nickelite that I had processed, and I was like, what am I going to do with this stuff? I was like, oh yeah, there's a blue electric engine. I think I'm going to try that. It's been a while since I had messed with it, so I figured why not. And yeah, it works pretty well. I'm going to make a lot more solar panels, obviously. But next time we're on here, I'm going to connect the windmills back up as well, and then probably mess with the solar panel. And then this is the other thing. So one, I didn't want to have to make a diamond saw to cut up the bules that we get out of the alloy furnace, because to make those solar panels, So to make these solar panels, we have to have these blue doped wafers. And to have that, we have to have nickelite and silicon wafers. And to have that, we have to have a silicon buell and a diamond hand saw, which makes 16 out of 1, and they're literally just 8 sand and 8 coal. So very easy, very fast to make. And I didn't want to make this, and I seen that I could use a sawmill to do so. So I made a sawmill to do it. Now, luckily, with the sawmill, I can also cut my logs into 6 planks and wood pulp. So it's not a complete waste that I have it. I can also cut rubber wood if I chose to into rubber pulp and sticky resin, which I won't be doing, but it is an option. And then all of these are just the other woods. I think you might be able to do like a jukebox and get a diamond back out of it. No, that's not in this one. Okay. Basically, it's all standard casings with one of these reinforced underneath here. And then I've got my water coming in from the back, and MFE on the side of it to power it, coming from under there. But then I realized when I went to make the battery that I had to have that diamond draw plate to make the engine. and the diamond draw plate takes a diamond panel and iron panel strips, and you have to have a diamond saw to cut the block of diamond up. Now, luckily, you can take these panels after you're done with them and turn them back into 2 diamonds. So I didn't lose that many diamonds in doing this. But I did still have to make the diamond handsaw. So it kind of sucked. I still had to make it. But that's what I've been doing with that. Then I decided I was going to hook up my grinder. I originally had a chest here, and I just have this automatic gate here that if there's items in this inventory, it would pulse and send them out. And I then decided, well, let's sort them a bit. So I set up this over here so it would start putting everything out in these barrels. And then I remembered, well, why don't I get a type sorter? So I made a type sorter. So all of my tinies will come up here, and all of my regular dust, and well, dust, gems, anything that comes through will go to this one over here. And then I made a second one of those, I'm making a second one of those. I'm actually in the middle of crafting it right now. Which I will send everything from this chest into the second one that will then sort out my sapphires, coal, rubies from the dust. And the dust will get sent into one of these, which is a regular sorter, and it will have everything like tin, zinc, iron, gold, silver, and so on that needs to be sent to a furnace and cooked will be sorted through here. So everything that needs to be cooked will come out the red side, go into a furnace. Everything that doesn't will go out the blue side, which you just have to do that. There's the blue side. That'll send everything else out. So then everything that comes out of here is going to be the coal, sapphires, diamond dust, stuff like that that doesn't need to be cooked and can go either off to be electrolyzed, centrifuged, in to be crafted, into here to be blasted, whatever. And that'll have to be sorted for that later on, but that will probably be sent into an ME system at that point. And then everything that comes out of the furnace when it's cooked up will then be sent into an ME system at that point. And then this one will be for the coal and the gems. Everything will come into here. And if it's glowstone dust, redstone dust, ruby dust, things that are not ruby dust, everything that is done at that point, and I will not be processing further, or that I may need other than just processed. Like redstone is going to have to get centrifuged, but I'm also going to need it for crafting. So I can't send all of it into a centrifuge to be centrifuged. But that's going to be what that's going to be for, is to sort the other type of dust. Or I can do it for the gems, like coal has to be macerated. I'm never going to need it as coal gems. I'm not going to use it for coal coke. I'm going to use it for making steel, or I can use it for carbon or whatnot. I'm probably never going to use it for coal coke. And if at some point I do decide to, I can always change that. But the sapphires, I'm not going to want to turn those into dust. I'm going to need those for Lapitron crystals, where the rubies is going to be kind of the opposite. I want that as dust because I can use those for energy crystals, but I don't need to because I can now use lithium batteries for most everything that needs an energy crystal. Because if we crystal. So an energy crystal can be used. We're going to ignore this MJ garbage from Spiger, but it can be used for an MFE. Well, we don't need it for an MFE. We can use lithium batteries for that. So we won't need it for that. MV transformer, that we are going, or an HV transformer, that we will need, but very seldom. We may make one of these, and that'll probably be it. Maybe a few more, but I doubt it. I've already got all my nano shit. Don't need to worry about that. I may make a Vajra eventually, but we have to have iridium to do so. Gravity tool, I don't really need because I'm not going to make an electrico. I'm not going to make an electric pre-tap. And I already have my wrench, so I'm not going to make that. Inventory manager, the chances of me making one of them, and again, it takes a lithium battery because it's GregTech. You know, most everything in here, I can either use a lithium battery for, or like this, I can literally do that with the sapphire. Why would I use an energy crystal? So, most of my rubies are going to be going straight to dust to be turned into chrome. Not going to need them, long story short. I'm not going to need them as gems. But I don't want any diamonds that would come through here if there's any chance of that, which I doubt. Or sapphires, I would not want to be macerated, so they have to go through that sorter. So that's what I'm currently working on. And I also have gotten, I was playing around back here earlier, trying to get, which I have everything turned off currently, trying to get a golden gate to read if there was room in here for the mulch. And for some reason, I don't know what inventory it is reading, but it is not reading these two slots, and I'm guessing they're reading the output slots, but I'm not positive. So I can't do that the way I was wanting to do it, because I had this gate up here that, you know, if there's room in the inventory, send a red pipe signal back to the, I made a golden autotric gate that it would read, if you get a pipe signal, send an energy signal. But unfortunately, I could not get it to work. If anybody knows what I'm doing wrong, please tell me. But I cannot figure out how to get it to read these slots versus, I'm thinking, these slots. And because I don't have beeswax and I don't want to waste tin, I couldn't put anything into this slot. But what I'm planning on using it for is, if there's room in this one, to send down apples from up here. But again, I'm guessing that's going to read its output slot, which probably is not where the mulch is. It's probably this one. So I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. If I can't use the BuildCraft pipes for that, I will just use pneumatic craft pipe, or not pneumatic craft, red power pneumatic pipes, and I will try to send it that way next and see if that works. But that's what I've been working on. That's where I'm currently at. Junior and I are basically doing similar things where we're working on automating a lot of stuff for the next couple of weeks before we go to the end, kill the dragon, and start looking for Sheldonite and getting iridium and getting into that more advanced stuff. So we're taking a couple weeks, and that's what we're going to be working on. So I hope you guys enjoyed. and there'll be a card up in the corner for Junior's perspective of what he did during the stream and for the stream itself. Shadow's currently having issues with his computer and his internet, so unfortunately he's falling behind. Hopefully he can get caught up when he gets it fixed. But we will see you guys later. Have a good one.